you see why I was laughing? Look at this.
This is the ridiculousness that I have to go through. We had some weird reflection of it. Maybe my sun, I'm so bright that I was shining on myself.
The things you do for your job, huh? The things you do.
This, folks. Yeah.
Hey, we have a story that is kind of spooky from around here because, you know, when some people think of snakes and lizards, it gives them the creeps. But over at Myrick Park, biologists and educators with Wiscorps welcome families to the center to get a closer look at an important part of Wisconsin's ecosystem. Take a look.
So we have a program called Reptile Roundup that we've done for several years. It's a family-based presentation, so kids can come in with their parents and get a more hands-on perspective with some of the animals. All these animals are here. Their primary purpose is education. We have all native species. This is something that you wouldn't necessarily see in a pet store. The snakes are always going to be the most popular. People often are curious about the different facts, myths and facts associated with snakes. So dispelling some of those myths is important, and teaching people the reality of snakes and really how valuable they are in the services that they provide in nature and what roles they play as predator and prey. But we also have things like salamanders, which are very secretive and you don't usually get to see. And then on the flip side, we do have some of the common, painted turtles and things like that that people would see commonly, but maybe don't get a close-up encounter or information about such an animal. And that's one thing we can do in the program. It's a great time to reach kids when they're young, so they do have an appreciation and they do see value in the animals themselves. And then that way, as adults, they can make good decisions about conserving habitats, being respectful of nature. It just gives them a great starting point to have a perspective of or appreciation for nature overall.
Now, see, I don't mind so much when they're, behind the glass.
Yes.
It's when they, bring it, hey, you want to hold the slimy snake that, and it's like.
No thanks, right?
It is really cool to be able to see them up close like that, behind the glass. You can stop by Myrick Park Center for the Reptile Roundup. It's every Wednesday between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. to talk to Matt and to get a closer look at all of those critters.